We know COVID tests are in short supply across New York City, but that's about to change thanks to a company out of Indiana.
ARIA Diagnostics, Carmel, Indiana, is now going to be producing test kits for New York City. We will be purchasing them starting Monday, April 20th. It's coming Monday. We'll be purchasing 50,000 full test kits per week. But even being able to know we can rely on 50,000 a week from a supplier that we believe in, that's going to be a major, major step forward for this city.
All right, so joining us this morning is one of the men who is making this possible, Zak Khan, a partner at ARIA Diagnostics. So good morning to you, Zak. First of all, thank you for answering this call. Never thought New York City would be getting help from Carmel, Indiana, but here we are. So tell me about what is different about this test kit right now.
So this is the same test kit that the CDC has recommended as far as PCR testing. The test kit itself, I think Mayor de Blasio did a wonderful job yesterday describing what is involved in the kit and the components that are involved. So there's a swab that is a nasopharyngeal swab along with a vial with VTM or saline solution that preserves the specimen from the time of collection until it gets to the machine. So candidly, I don't think there's anything super special about it, except the fact that it is incredibly low supply for the United States.
Yeah, seriously, a very low supply here. And we're all hearing that the testing is what we need to reopen the economy, reopen the country once and for all here. So the testing is the key here to that. So how quickly and how many of these tests are you making on a daily basis?
We're making about 20,000 test kits a day, and that started as of last week on Thursday. When we heard governors from Montana to Maryland to Governor Cuomo last week say they need test kits, we heeded the call and we started a feasibility study on what it would take to do that in-house.
So that brings me to my next question here. We heard yesterday Mayor de Blasio say 50,000 test kits will come from you every single week, which is a great number. Then Governor Cuomo came out and said that he wasn't sure that you would actually be able to provide 50,000, not because you couldn't produce them, but because of the demand that other states would also need here. And we've seen this bidding war go on. Are you confident that you can meet the demand of 50,000 for New York while also supplying other states?
I'm confident we can meet the demand that New York has currently, as well as what our current community and surrounding areas need. If need be, we can purchase more and we can do more. One of the key communications that we had this last Sunday in speaking with some of the economic development, the deputy mayor, chief of staff, and Mayor de Blasio's staff members was instead of just us manufacturing these for everybody, our goal is to make cities and municipalities self-sufficient.
Yeah.
And so we're happy to teach everyone how to do this in their own municipality. We have a ton of highly skilled and talented furloughed workers out there. So I would like to have those folks put to work around the country. And that has worked really well so far in sharing of information, how much it costs for the raw products, where we found an ample supply of raw products, and so on, so that each city can truly do this in-house.
So are you seeing what you're doing is incredible, and producing these test kits, like we said, is the key here. Are you seeing a demand and conversation now come from other governors and other cities and other mayors because they see what you're doing now to help New York out?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last question. I apologize.
It's okay. Are you seeing a demand now come from other cities and mayors because of what you're doing to help New York? Do they want this as well now?
Absolutely. And it's exciting to be able to share what we're doing here with everybody else. There are some folks that are just asking to purchase the kits, which is why we want to increase production from about 100,000 a week to 150,000 a week. I feel strongly that we can do that. We also found some 3D printing companies, one out of San Diego, that we're very confident will be able to produce more swabs for us, up to 250,000 a week. So as this grows, bear in mind we've only been doing it for 5 days, putting it together and sourcing the raw materials and supplies. I'm confident that as we continue the course, we will find ways to make this better, faster, and in more supply.
Yeah, all, of course, while serving your own city of Carmel. And I just want to ask you one last question here. Did you have to hire more staff? You're talking about those furloughed workers. Did you have to hire more people to kind of keep up with this demand?
Absolutely. Thankfully, there were talented people here in Carmel and Indianapolis, surrounding areas. And so we started with 2 or 3 people working on a project of feasibility and working with FDA requirements on what we can do. And by Friday, we will have 80 staff members. So that's 80 families that we get to help that we weren't able to help last week. So it's been a great blessing to our community here to be able to do this and help New York out in the process.
I do appreciate what you're doing, and please give my thanks. The city thanks you for this. We need those test kits desperately here. Real quick, we only have 5 seconds left. Will there be an increase or always stay at 50,000?
For right now, the request has been 50,000, but
Okay.
if there was an increase, we'd find a way to help you out further.
Understood. Hey, what you're doing is impressive. Thank you for answering the call. We really do appreciate it to keep everybody safe during this time. Testing is important and the key. Thank you, Zach.
My pleasure. Thank you.